that like chapter members often hear about HQ and know that we're a thing. Or you guys should have all received your welcome email a couple of weeks ago. But I thought it'd be nice to do like a quick breakdown of what we actually do, and then if people have questions or want to learn more, we can always talk about that then. So, hello, here's me, and here's Sachika, who was mentioned earlier. We're the two chapter and partnership coach fellows. So, I coach half of the network basically, and Sachika does the other half. So, we each have 18 chapters. And all my chapters are like on the East Coast, and then y'all, because I don't know to define whether or not to define you as the East Coast. And so, in our roles as chapter and partnership coaches, we do monthly calls with each chapter at least. So that's typically the form of a call with the two co-presidents. We often have e-board members or will attend e-board meetings to get to know e-board members, attend chapter meetings, and then also like if chapters need support in any conflict resolution, planning, things like that, we're there to support them. And for partnership, it's usually like we'll do facilitated partnership calls. So I did one with UC and SAW last month, which was really cool. Or like if there's any conflict resolution within a partnership also, like we help support partnerships in general. So in terms of getting involved in the network, there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can attend our virtual events. So in any links on here, I'll share this presentation with Marie and Shaylin. So if you guys wanted to click around, you'll feel free to. So we do best practice sharing spaces, a health equity speaker series, which is starting up next month, and skills building workshops. So we actually did one this past week on grant writing. And this is just a nice way for anybody, like this is not exclusive to eBoard members, to come and like get to meet other people in the network, learn more about GlobeMed and develop your skills, or just get to hear from a cool speaker. You can also join SAB, which Ajit is a part of this year. SAB is actually something I helped pilot last summer when I was in the office as a programs fellow, which is the thing I'll talk about next. But SAB is really an opportunity to hear student voices in the network and be like, okay, like what do students actually need? What support do they want? Is HQ making the right decisions in terms of our strategic planning and the things that we're doing? And so really kind of like it says, like advise us, right? And like make sure that what we're doing actually aligns with what students are interested in / what they need. And the last piece is you can be a fellow. So it's kind of confusing because I'm on a fellowship and I'm like full-time. But we also call like interns fellows. And so you can work at GlobeMed for the academic year or during the summer. And so in a couple of different areas, programs, comms, development, operations. And this will really be supporting HQ. Like we're not a big team, we're like a full-time staff of 6 people. So really getting to know them and supporting people with the projects that they're doing. And another piece that I wanted to mention was GlobeMed 101, because I know that you all should have received like an email about it by now. It's really a way to introduce you to GlobeMed's mission, our history, our values, like what guides us as we go about our work, and like kind of learning more about like our partnership model and things like that. A cool part of GlobeMed 101 is Partnership 101, which is a one pager about your partnership. And if you go on the website, you'll actually be able to see all 36 chapters, one pagers, so you can look around and see what other partnerships are up to as well. And this GlobeMed 101 and your member form, which I'll talk about in the next slide, are due at the end of the calendar year. And so the last thing is GlobeMed member dues, so there's $25 required for members each year. If you're unable to pay dues, that's okay. There's a box on the form when you go to fill it out, and we don't really ask questions about it. If you're unable to pay them, you're unable to pay them. The funds are actually supervised by the Student Advisory Board, so SAB. For example, it runs the chapter operations grant, which you can see on this slide. And so they'll help Sarah, who is our full-time staff member that helps supervise SAB. And so they help Sarah plan out the chapter operations grant, figuring out what kind of questions, what kind of parameters, how much money should chapters be getting. And so it can provide up to 20 chapters with $250 each, or 10 chapters with $500 each, depending on how much people ask for. And the other piece for the inclusion fund, this year is that we're looking into funding for virtual growth. So whether it's to support interns who need some financial support, or whether it's to support chapters, whether it's to support partners, whether it's like internet access, things like that. That's something we're planning for this year that is new and exciting with the Inclusion Fund. And really, any money that goes from your pocket, like to member dues, will go right back to another student. So it's a nice way to invest in the work of GlobeMed. And it's once a year. Yeah, that is my presentation. Does anybody have any questions? No, you chilling? All right, so I'm gonna ask the question I was asked in my other breakout room since we have 2 minutes. So Matthew asked me what my favorite Christmas movie is, and I very embarrassingly confessed that I love a good Netflix trashy rom-com Christmas movie. I don't like celebrate Christmas, but this is my time to get into the Christmas spirit. So yeah, any of those, I've probably watched them and thoroughly enjoyed them. How about you guys? Or if you don't have a favorite Christmas movie, favorite movie in general.
Okay, I'll go. So, for my favorite Christmas movie, I think it's tied between two. So I love Elf or Home Alone.
Yeah, Home Alone's my favorite too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the same as well. Home Alone as well for me.
I think for me, either the Tim Burton's Night Before Christmas or pretty much any Hallmark movie.
I'm part of the boat. Like, not to be annoying, but I like Die Hard. Generally, I watch action movies around Christmas time because I feel like when I have time to like catch up on all my movies for the year. So Die Hard's always good one to go back to.
Okay, I don't mean to jump on like the bandwagon here, but I also like Home Alone a lot. But honestly, big fan of the trashy Netflix movies. They're so bad. It's so good to watch. We just watched one I just watched one yesterday with my friends. It was horrible.
Which one did you watch yesterday?
The one with Vanessa Hudgens. But now there's like 3 of them. And I was like, what?
I saw that. Did I add it to my Netflix list? Yes. Am I excited to watch it during Thanksgiving? Yes.
It was I can't even. I can't.
Looking forward to the trash. Brooke, did you go?
Yes, I did. I was a part of the people who liked Home Alone.
Sounds good. I was going to type this in the chat, but so I'm from Chicago. I went to Northwestern. And so Home Alone is set in Winnetka, which is next to Evanston. So I've always thought that was cool. My little reason why I always found Home Alone funny. So I was like, oh, like these things look familiar. Okay, let's see. Do I have another quick one before I get removed? Does anybody have any good breakout questions? Yes, go ahead.
I'm just gonna trump you real quick. So
Okay.
Home Alone is like what Shawshank is to me. They filmed the Shawshank Redemption in Mansfield, Ohio, which is like completely obscure, but that's where I'm from and that's where it was filmed, and it's like a point of pride. There's also a Lil Wayne music video shot there, but that's no longer a point of pride because his choices this year. Yeah. Can anyone top that?
Okay, I feel like I could find Chicago things to top it. Like, I'm pretty sure Dark Knight was filmed, parts of Dark Knight were filmed in the city, on Lower Wacker Drive, which is
Okay,
the scariest place. I'm pretty sure. I could be making that up, but I feel like I heard.
Al.